So today, uh, today we have a very important day to spend with you all because we have some very important and very experienced speakers with us who have been actively involved in policy making and other policy documents which state is framing for agriculture and allied fields. And in this connection, uh, we are lucky to have this morning with us Dr. S.H. Baba. He is professor and head at agricultural economics of this university, and he has been actively involved from last 10-12 years in whatever policies university has framed for agriculture of the state. And most of those policies, some of those policies have been implemented and some are also in pipeline. We are just talking about one of the important policies which this university particularly has taken a step ahead in reframing the agriculture policy of the state as a whole. Why it's so important for you all? Because there will be many more components wherein the entrepreneurial and skill upliftment of whosoever is interested to take agriculture as their field of enterprise. So I welcome Dr. S.H. Baba for his presentation. He will be talking about different institutional interventions needed for the development of livestock-based enterprises. Sir, please.
Thank you, Dr. Rafi. I think I am audible from this place also. Anna? Yes, so I am happy to be among our own students and few of our entrepreneurs as well. When I am sitting with my students at the SKUAST, I feel very much like I have having early. I came out from hostel and now I am in my own at campus. I feel good. So while talking about this, he praised me so much that we have been formulating policies. But this for the first time we have put to the task to formulate policies. Earlier, our mandate was to conduct a policy-oriented research, and nowadays, under the leadership of Atal Dulu, we have been given the assignment of you formulate a policy, and we have came up with the number of that is a vision which actually has gone to Parliament. It has not been now, still it is in communication. So once it reaches there, then we can say that what kind of things we have proposed and what has came from that place. So this is one. Now the thing I was asked to speak on institutional interventions for sustenance, or I believe that towards livestock-based enterprises. Yesterday evening I talked to Dr. Asif and he told me that I told him that was there any other resource person who talked on same lines. He told me that we called from NABARD Dr. Asif. And yesterday perhaps he was with you people yesterday. Then I could understand. I told him that you please share his PPT because I wish to see that there in our one of our MDP program at SKUAST एक program. Are you getting me? आप कोई किसी और को मेरी language के साथ problem तो नहीं है? Is it okay? So in one of our MDP program of MSME, it was again MSME sponsored at Shalimar. वहाँ पर हमें जो फीडबैक मिला तो फीडबैक में ये था कि जो सेशंस थे ये बहुत पैक्ड थे एक के पीछे एक, और उसके बाद क्या हम पूछना चाह रहे थे मगर पूछने की बात हो रही थी उस टाइम सेशन खत्म हुआ करता था. दिस इज वन. और जो प्रोग्राम का टाइटल था दैट वाज डिजिटल मार्केटिंग, और उन्होंने बोला कि जो भी रिसोर्स पर्सन आया उन्होंने पहले 10-15 मिनट इसी डिजिटल मार्केटिंग बोला कि ये क्या चीज़ है. Means there was the overlap and they say something that jargon has come in their mind again listening to the same thing. So that is why I asked the PPT from Dr. Asif yesterday. Then when I have been through that PPT, I could understand that most of my work is done, because he has talked about how FPOs are NABARD is mandated with the formation of FPOs. Then another thing was what is the animal husbandry infrastructure development fund, how credit based interest submission is the provisions are there, है ना? ये सारा कुछ आपने देख लिया होगा. But I want to listen to you people, and at the same time how I can change it like this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is my how I am starting. This is not livestock economy. This is ecology. When we say our livestock based enterprise, I will share one good thing with you people. When it was 2003 census, livestock census, that time human population was 101,704. अच्छा तो I have to be at okay sure.
अगर वहाँ पे
okay I will go there. अच्छा तो मैं यहाँ पर बैठा था. वहाँ पे भी ठीक है ना. So then this is ecology. Sharing my experience of 2003, that time livestock population was around 98.99 lakh. Perhaps you people know much better than me. And at the same time, the human population was 101,43700, means 1.01 crore. And 98.99 lakh means it is around 1 crore. Okay. Then a question was raised in the APD Secretariat. Shall we go a RI committee few days back for continuously for the stretch of say 1 month together? Then he told us one good thing, that most of the times what we feel in our say state and most of the states of India as well, that the data which is published, it can be suspected on the grounds of authenticity. ठीक है ना, मीन्स मुर्गी तो है नहीं मगर कागज पे अंडा आ गया. ठीक है ना, दिस इज व्हाट मंगला राय सेड. ठीक है ना, तो मुर्गी तो है नहीं मगर कागज पे अंडा आ गया. इसी तरीके से व्हेन आई बिलीव दैट व्हेन आई हैव सीन दिस एसोसिएशन ऑफ दीज एनिमल्स in different years with the geographical area, then the association with the geographical area is going positive. It means that they have a deep kind of association with geography. Means we are most of proportion of the livestock is being allowed to graze in the open fields. Then what are the associated implications? Implications are they are uprooting the grass while grazing. Then soil erosion is rampant. है ना, ये सारी ecological जो disasters है, those are associated. This is one. Another thing, I don't want to go into this. This is net zone area, means the area on which we cultivate land. We cultivate, crops. यानी कि इसके साथ आप association आप ऊपर से नीचे तक figures में जाओगे, then the association figures are very poor. Means not that much association. Means the animals are not being stall fed to the extent they should have been in view of the ecological implications of increasing population of livestock. Okay. Sorry. अच्छा.
आपके पास वो है वहाँ पे?
This one.
Yes sir.
मैं शुरू करूँ आदत बाशुस रोज़ा मूव करा हो रहा classes में. अच्छा. This is another thing. When we see these common property resources, because if we are understanding that the association with the geography is very strong, then we have to see that there is some portion of the land which is particularly demarcated for this grazing. That's as common property resource. It may be land around the panchayats, it may be what we call shemilat, it may be some state pasture lands, all that. ठीक है, जब हम इसको देखेंगे ना, NSO say that area required if we need one adult cattle unit, and it is fodder requirement during winters, which is our off time, then the land available should be 0.9 hectares, means around 1 hectare. It is as per the report जो published की थी जोधा ने much earlier. But this I believe कि ये बहुत होता है, ठीक है ना. Even if we keep cases different, means let us keep the first case is 0.9, let us keep another case 0.5, let us keep another case 0.3, है ना. उसके बावजूद अगर इस चीज़ पे हम देखेंगे, let us first see the first case. This is the first case. तो आप यहाँ पर देखेंगे अच्छा कोई चक्कर नहीं, let it be. Okay, so you can see these are the occupied households. Then we can say the common property land available is this much. और इस चीज को देख करके हम देखेंगे ना, then our common property resources can support only 15% of the livestock population. ठीक है ना, means it is almost negligible.
15% of what is existing, sir?
What is existing? Because most of the land has been occupied for different unproductive uses, है ना. अब जो कुछ भी बचा वो तो 15% ही है. Means 85 we have to think different way. We cannot say that we cannot get them here and allow them to graze at different fields, है ना. Then there should be a proper planning for this. Okay, अगर हम इसका केस 0.9 से लेकर के 0.5 भी करें, it means 30% they are sustaining common property resources, है ना. अब देखिए जो गवर्नमेंट का रोल है ना, बिकॉज द टाइटल गिवन इज इंस्टीट्यूशनल इंटरवेंशन, द प्राइमरी इंस्टीट्यूशन इज द गवर्नमेंट. ओके, अगर आप यहाँ पर देखेंगे ना 80 से लेकर के जो गवर्नमेंट का डेवलपमेंट इन्वेस्टमेंट गया था इस सेक्टर की ओर, सी एट द रियल प्राइसेस इट इज 871 lakh rupees during 80s. And this is actually how we common people look at it. Means it has increased from 371 lakh to 3468 lakhs. The picture seems to be good, है ना? बहुत अच्छी शक्ल मिलती है इसको कि देखो कितना इन्वेस्टमेंट हो गया. But when we take it into consideration the real terms, means कि जो जिसको बोलते हैं हिंदी में महंगाई दर अभी फ्लक्चुएट कर रहा है. In the government intervention in the form of direct public investment, public development expenditure is not that much good. Okay, and अगर हम एग्रीकल्चर का परसेंटेज भी देखें तो देखिए it is 6% of the agriculture. But what is the contribution of livestock? 28-30%. It has gone so high. So अगर हम वही contribution देखिए जितना हम contribute करें कि let them invest only that much, what actually this sector is contributing, है ना? फिर से वही question पैदा हो गया कि ये वो अंडा आने की बात होगी कि है भी मुर्गी कि नहीं सिर्फ अंडा ही आ गया कागज में, है ना? तो these are the questions. Then if we talk about total state investment, it is 0.3% of total state investment.
इससे भी हो जाएगा सर.
हाँ, चलो. And then another thing I wish to see that how much intensity of the investment is. Intensity means जो ये livestock sector खुद कमाता है ना, वो उसकी कमाई का कितना portion वापस investment जा रहा है. ठीक, आप देखिए इसको देख लीजिए livestock, it was 0.7% of its total earning. ठीक, आप देखिए घुमा करके क्या हो रहा है, ये जितना हमारा contribution बढ़ रहा है, we are telling the contribution has gone up. कभी-कभी मुझे ये भी शक हो रहा है कि is it really that its contribution has gone up when the livestock population has gone down from 98.99 lakh to 77 lakh only, or 78 including Ladakh, है ना? These are the questions what actually we have to think on कि नहीं ये जो चल रहा है ये मानो कि ईगोसु अच्छी बना क्या था चलो कि गवर्नमेंट और लोकल ले करके चलना पता एक टर्म है कश्मीरी में, आई एम नॉट गेटिंग इट. तो यानी कि इस तरीके से अगर एग्रीकल्चर को भी देखोगे ना वहां पर भी यही क्वेश्चन हो रही है, बट इट इज कंपैरिजन में तो भी ठीक है यहाँ से, ठीक है ना? डबल हो गया. अच्छा, हाउ टू गेट बैक? If we see these taxi units, these are the veterinary health institutions, है ना? अगर आप इसको भी देखोगे ना, the number it has say 48 tahsil units to 36 tahsil units, then veterinary dispensary 172 to 225. Now recently we have taken up some different initiatives जहाँ पर वो बहुत सारी wide separate appointment भी हो रही थी और हमारे young professionals उसमें appoint हो गए थे, है ना? That is a new institution and answer to this all. But if we see that, in total we have earlier we had 1186 institutions. Now it has gone up to 21667 institutions. मगर जब हम इनकी density देखते हैं ना, there are 26 institutions available for 1 lakh of livestock population. Then would it suffice? That is an important question. And another question is it really available within the radius of 1 kilometer, which our earlier Millennium Development Goal is speaking about? है ना? So this has to be taken care of. Now milk production, which this program is all about, the milk production has gone up, है ना? और हम कह रहे हैं कि जो availability है it is 497 grams per capita per day. Okay. Do you think that it is really a good figure?
In terms of what, sir?
In terms of say availability is animal by our side, because keeping the ratio human population and livestock ratio 1:1, that is not sensible anyway. Okay. Then the thing is that we have to think about a proper scientific species mix, है ना? So that the productivity of our existing stock along with this common property resources, those are to be scientifically developed. Then only we can think of say getting something better out of this livestock sector. Okay. So this is one of the study being conducted across JNK, but we have also conducted a small kind of study where we see that in the milk alone there is a loss of 16%. अभी हाल में भी न्यूज़ आई थी, they have shown some of the milkmen dropping their say canes, है ना, vacating their grains by the silo drain. I am not able to understand. One day, you know, we have a person. He is delivering milk at our doorsteps, and he is coming from Pulwama. ठीक है? I told him that we have a function at home. I need some more milk particular day. He told me that you tell me one day prior. Okay, I told him, okay, no issue, I will ask you when I will need it. Next day I'm asking him, please give me 10 liters more. He is telling me, no, my limited, how can I arrange? गाय थोड़ी ना देगी. उसके बाद जब हमारे घर में फंक्शन था, मैंने उसको एक दिन पहले बोल दिया कि you are putting in a proper mixture of powder and making a milk out as a drain. Okay, so these things, when we think that, because when we have to think about a business, then first thing is there should be a product in, and it is content. Means product should be like we have butter, we have ghee, then at the same time we have yogurt, we have all this. Means this is one product is main, but the processed product, the basket should be full, and it should be demand driven. What actually demand lies. So this is actually the scenario where we are better placed. If we are able to capture our only India, then we have 139 crore population, 1.39 billion population, or means consumers are available. Okay, इसी तरीके से when we will see all these boxes, this is the scenario which is giving us a good picture that if we have a पास उससे पहले जब भी हम कह रहे थे ना कि वी वर नॉट अर्ली एक्सपेक्टिंग द मेरा लैपटॉप यहाँ से और मेरे लैपटॉप से मेरे मोबाइल पे फोटोग्राफ्स आ रहे हैं, देयर इज नो केबल। हमारे दिमाग में ऐसी चीज़ें हो ही नहीं सकती थी। और कभी कभी ये भी सोच सकते थे अगर हम ऐसा कुछ बनाएंगे इसका क्या मार्केट कहीं पर मिलेगा ना। क्वेश्चन ये चीज़ है कि आजकल क्या डिजिटल के बगैर कोई चीज़ चलता है क्या? नथिंग। सो इसी तरीके से ये हिडन मार्केट है ना, जो हमें पता नहीं है किस चीज़ का मार्केट है, that I call personally, I call it a guerrilla market which is hidden to us. That market actually we have to explore with the content, with the product which is actually not available in the market, but we have to think about that. Okay. Then constraints are, these are the major constraints like finance नहीं है ना, ज़्यादातर लोग यही पूछते रहते हैं, finance नहीं है, infrastructure की gap है, बाकी चीज़ें, these are some likely things. And this under MSME only 15% of the investment is going through the Ministry of Micro Enterprises for these kind of units. And why we think only livestock? क्यों हम livestock की ही बात करेंगे? अगर आप देखोगे ना तो बाहर यूपी से लेकर के कहीं पर भी स्टेट में देखोगे जहाँ पर लैंड होल्डिंग्स बहुत श्रिंक भी हो गई है बड़ी जगह, but at the same time a poor farmer he has an uneconomical holding, he cannot raise crops on commercial lines like अगर आप यहाँ पर गए होंगे बांडीपुरा, वहाँ पर जो हमारे फिशर कम्युनिटी है उनके पास ज़मीन तो है नहीं, वो सवेरे निकलते हैं मछलियाँ पकड़ने के लिए, शाम तक कुछ पकड़ लेते हैं, फिर वो विलेज ट्रेडर आता है उनसे ले लेता है, फिर वो होटल जाए कहाँ पर भी जाए, ठीक है ना। दे डोंट हैव लैंड, बट वट एवर लैंड इज अवेलेबल इन देयर होम अराउंड दे कैन एट लीस्ट कीप टू लाइवस्टॉक। Means there is a provision for the poor fellows there, and there is, we can say, there are the possibilities of this equitable distribution with respect to livestock. और इसी तरीके से अगर आप बाकी चीज़ों की बात करेंगे ना कि जैसे कि प्रोडक्ट बढ़ रहे हैं, प्रोडक्टिव डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के साथ इसका यानी कि ज्योग्राफी के साथ और क्रॉप्स के साथ इसकी अच्छी एसोसिएशन बन सकती है। आई डोंट थिंक देयर इज एनी अदर वेंचर और आई शुड से एन एंटरप्राइज वेदर इट इज रिलेटेड टू क्रॉप्स और एनी अदर लाइक लाइवस्टॉक, है ना। देन व्हाट इज नीडेड, जो हमें एक्चुअली दिस इज एक्चुअली द स्लाइड वेयर माय पार्ट विल गो। फर्स्ट इज दैट जब भी मैं किसी चीज़ के बारे में सोचूंगा ना बिजनेस का, दैन फर्स्ट थिंग इज दैट आई हैव टू मेक एन असेसमेंट ऑफ द डिमांड, कितना डिमांड बन सकता है। देन ओनली आई कैन थिंक अबाउट, नहीं मेरा जो प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट होना है वो कहाँ किस पॉइंट से स्टार्ट होगा। देन आई हैव टू थिंक अबाउट द पम्प प्राइमिंग कैपिटल, सीड मनी, हाउ मच आई शुड हैव द सीड मनी। बट बिफोर दैट ही हैज़ टू अंडरस्टैंड, बिकॉज ही हैज़ टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द जीरो, है ना, पहले से जीरो से स्टार्ट करना है। देन द फर्स्ट थिंग इज दैट ही हैज़ टू मेक एन असेसमेंट ऑफ द डिमांड, तो डिमांड किस तरीका की, अभी कौन सी कितनी डिमांड अवेलेबल है। देन अनदर इज ही हैज टू क्रिएट द डिमांड फॉर द प्रोडक्ट। वो एक हमारा एक इकोनॉमिक लॉ हुआ करता था, उसका नाम था सेज लॉ, दैट सप्लाई क्रिएट्स इट्स ओन डिमांड। ये एक दैट इज डेमोक्रेटाइजेशन ऑफ द थिंग्स। आई एम गेटिंग व्हाट एक्चुअली आई वांट, आई एम नॉट गेटिंग जनरल। पिछली बार भी एक यहाँ पर मैं बता रहा, सर को मैंने बोला मुझे छोटा, व्हेन आई वाज स्मॉल, उस टाइम हमारे टीवी में दूरदर्शन और 2 चैनल चलती थी और उस पर जब ऐड लगता था ना, मूवी चलती थी हफ्ते में एक आती थी, तो उस पर ऐड चलता था आधे घंटा। पहला क्या था, MRF नाइलो ग्रिप टायर्स, जो मुझे अभी भी याद है। अनदर वाज स्टेनलेस स्टील टोपाज रेजर, अनदर वाज है ना, उसमें जो 5-6 जो भी फार्मर जितने भी होंगे, their area of interest should be common. We cannot think that they will think on their diverse lines, that they can never act as a common company. So they have to think on a common lines with common interest, and at the same time there should be some sort of business strategy which will keep an entry barrier to it, so that any other entrant will not come to this business. That is all about management. So this entry barriers. Then another is utility and economies. Of course, if we are producing less, then of course the cost is going up. When we are producing in bulk, then cost is going down. Whether I need transportation, I have to carry one bohri in one auto, it will charge me 200 rupees. If I am keeping 2 gunny bags, it will never charge me 400. It will tell me though, yes, now you have 2 gunny bags. Earlier you used to give me for 1 200 rupees, for 2 give me 250 rupees or 300 rupees. He will not double, because this is the economies which are actually associated with the scale. जितना हम बड़ा बिजनेस करेंगे तो कॉस्ट कम हो जाएगा, ये खरीदते वक्त भी कम हो जाएगा, बेचते वक्त भी कम हो जाएगा. We are advocating this clustering, that so people should come together and do the business together, ताकि ये economies उनको मिल जाए. At the same time, when we talk utilities, sometimes मेरा जो एप्पल है ना यहाँ पर लोड कैरियर में बिकता है, कभी कभी 10 रुपए के भाव से बिकता है. But at the same time, if we are somehow able to take this produce to the market while it is highly demanded, like our Hyderabad, I have seen it. Perhaps you also have gone to that place in Bangalore. There is one Leela Palace there. I saw it at the rate of 500 rupees 1 kg apple, and he told me that this is Kashmiri apple. Okay, then I could introspect how it has come to this place. Then they have our own commission, our Kashmiri commission agents are working in the Nopura and our own mandis, and they are working for the Pantaloon and this Reliance. They are purchasing a particular grade of the apple, and it is unnoticed. Their entry to the market is unnoticed. We don't know they have come to our market and they are purchasing for Reliance. We don't know that. We only know that he is purchasing and he is asking me this much particular grade of apple, and same grade is going there, and at the rate of 500 rupees they are selling out. So this kind of utilities we have to see that if my product for the milk is here, it has a utility in particular market, then we have to explore those markets as well. So linking different markets through ENAM, you might have heard about that, National Electronic Market, National Agriculture Market, ENAM. Okay, but for that market to join, anybody can join as an individual, as an FPO, and buyer sellers can also join. They can register with respect to that. But important thing is that when they are coming with a product, that production should have a specification. यानी कि means मैं क्या बेच रहा हूँ वहाँ पर. So again comes to that this product content and differentiation. मैं क्या बेचूंगा वहाँ पर, क्या मैं बोलूँगा मेरे पास. अगर मैं बोलूँगा कि मेरे पास milk है, there are 1,000 players who are selling milk. If I am telling that I am selling out yogurt, then there are 1,000 players who are selling yogurt. If I can think of yogurt plus saffron, this is some composition or different compositions, and it will give a different identity to my product. Okay, so when we think about this milk processing, we have to think different way, giving an idea that yes, of course, my product should be differentiated from other baskets. So there are the schemes. I will have kept it in the folder. इसमें brief सा जो उनका leaflet है उस पे आपको सारा कुछ मिलेगा. Like I will open one, जैसे कि national program for dairy development है. Perhaps some might have deliberated on this. कोई lecture होगा भी इस पे मेरे ख्याल से earlier. See, this is the development, and this scheme was started for 2021 and it is 2026. Okay, so important thing is the aim is to enhance quality of milk and milk products, है ना, और उसके increasing the share in the organizing procurement, means the FPOs or in organizing system should come, है ना, they should purchase it. Then scheme has two components. First is the creation of infrastructure. ये आप इस डिब्बे में देखोगे, and these are the provisions, bulk milk cooler. आप सीधे अच्छे से देखोगे इसमें क्या लिखा है. और यहाँ पर funding में right side corner पे देख लीजिए आप, the funding option is 90:10. ठीक है ना, for northeastern states, and for rest of the states it is 60:40 between center and state. And another component is, see, it is in collaboration with some neighbor. The objective of the function is to increase the sale of milk, है ना. इसी तरीके से अगर आप देखोगे ना, there are so many other schemes like this. I will be giving, ये मैंने इसी फोल्डर में रखा हुआ है सारा कुछ. ये pamphlets आपको आराम से इससे ना अच्छी तरह से मिलेगा. Like this is the national livestock mission. If somebody is talking about the milk processing, he cannot purchase milk from Pulwama, which may be coming from mechanical cows. I am telling, he cannot purchase there and rely and process it and sell it. There are some agency who can, it has to go from some assaying, then we cannot think of. He has to integrate his milk processing. He has to develop linkages with the supply sector. यानी कि पुराने sector जहाँ से वो खुद अपना milk produce करे. Then he has to link it with the forward in the forward sector. Means forward and backward linkages he has to strengthen. Then only he can get milk from the real sources and sell it to the real customers. And means he has to be between these two channels. Means if he can think of, he has to integrate this supply channel. He has to get the milk from the real sources, where from his understanding of milk is coming from source. Then he can value it up. So sometimes an FPO can think of why to purchase it from somewhere. Why we cannot procure a dairy unit where we can produce milk as well. Then only process it. Then only find out my customers which on the basis of my product and that product differentiation. My product content is this, and on the basis of that I have to identify my customer class. So when this is the case, this is the another scheme where we are talking about National Livestock Mission. The first objective is employment generation, and see it is bottom line. It is the fodder sector. Means when he is thinking about that, so he has to think about where from this fodder may come. Like common property resources are nowhere. So he has to go by this scheme. So when he has to think about, a group has to think about this milk sector, then he has to think about an organized supply chain which is highly integrated. Okay, so these are mutually exclusive activities. Means milk will come from my own unit, it will be processed here. So integration should be there. If not integration, a group cannot do this job. But there should be another FPO where we can integrate our own activity with. So this kind of supply chain integration is highly inevitable for this business. So then, okay, I will wind it up. So another is, so these are all, you can go through these pamphlets I have kept in this folder, and I request organizers to give this whole folder to you, because this may be the handy information with you. So, but I will definitely move towards this. Apart from this, I will not discuss upon this, because yesterday Asif has been here from NABARD. He has deliberated on this. So I will just move ahead with this.
You can just go through brief, just introduction of everything.
Chalo, I will brief you about that in that pamphlet which I have kept it here. See, another, when we talk about scheme, another scheme which comes to for the rescue of this, that is Mudra Yojana. Perhaps while going by the Dr. Asif's yesterday's presentation, I didn't cite there. So I feel that I must share this with you. So this is actually a scheme which Pradhan Mantri has launched much earlier. So this is actually a micro unit development and refinancing agency. This is sorts of non-banking institutions opened within the J&K Bank in our state. Same, all the commercial and nationalized banks have same kind of banking unit within its own bank. And their job is to finance these micro units. Okay, I will move straightway to this. See, if somebody needs, there are three components with this. One is Shishu loan, another is Kishore, and another is Tarun. This they have captioned on the basis of the age. When small baby is born, he is called Shishu, and then student, where startups are being brought together. So this is actually the loan for the startups, and the loan goes up to the 50,000 rupees, simply to start up a business. Then when he is growing in the business, he is thinking that my idea is going a right way. And it is going a right way, and it is giving me the better dividends in future. Then they will integrate him with the Kishore loan, where he is getting loan from 50,000 now to the 5 lakh rupees. Okay, so in same fashion, then another is Tarun loan. It goes up to the 10 lakh for establishing the business and enterprises. If the business owner meets certain eligibility criteria, like say he has to construct now he needs infrastructure as well. Earlier, these were most of the times for this raw material, small equipments, but here it goes beyond this. And I have recently heard that they have a provision that within this, after this Mudra, they will integrate them with bigger loans which bank is itself providing under different schemes. So, okay, these are the activities. Now, most of the times people feel that where I am actually eligible with respect to this. If we talk about this food product sector, this is where you people are eligible. if we are talking about this milk related or milk based things. Then coming to another, that is Pradhan Mantri formalization of micro enterprise scheme. इसमें क्या है, there are so many enterprises. आपने देखा भी होगा कि बड़ा सारा लोग मेरे यहाँ पर, I live around that नवाकदम, तो वहाँ पर एक कावडारा में एक बंदा, कोई लड़का काम कर रहा है, he is packing dry fruits in small vacuum pouches, and I have seen those pouches available in Pick and Choose. I have seen those pouches available elsewhere in those departmental stores. Then I could understand who is packing these. Then this boy has no registration. He has a good name, good packing, but no registration. Means he is not formalized. When he is not formalized, he cannot ask for loan. That is true. But at the same time, sometimes what we are doing, we are not registering because we are avoiding tax somewhere. है ना, ऐसा ही होगा ना. But at the same time, we are giving up so many options which are available to us. So the primary objective of this SKIIE was to formalize those unformalized units, and those unformalized units constitute 25 lakh units, or it must have gone up. The figure is very, जो published record था वो अभी पुराना था. I believe that this might have gone up to 40. ठीक. और उसके बाद देखिए इसका एम्प्लॉयमेंट पे कंट्रीब्यूशन देखोगे 74%, यानी कि they are contributing high. Only thing is that what we have to give these units. Maybe you may have also started something, but we have not registered it as yet, है ना. ऐसा होगा, when some business holder is starting, he is studying same way. तो जैसे कि दुकान पे बैठेगा तो दुकान का वो शॉप्स एंड एस्टेब्लिशमेंट करके लाइसेंस लाएगा, और उसके बाद जीएसटी नहीं होगा, है ना. कल लड़ाई हो गई थी दो बंदों के बीच में. आई विल टेल यू वन स्टोरी. दो बंदों के बीच में लड़ाई हो गई थी, और लड़ाई क्या थी, वो ज्वेलरी पे थी. तो एक बंदा उससे कहे कि ओके, इसने मेरे लिए पुलिस के साथ आया था, वो पुलिस ने वो ले लिया अपने हाथ. नाउ पुलिस इज आस्किंग फॉर द बिल्स. ही हैज टू हैंड ओवर द पर्सन हु इज क्लेमिंग. पुलिस इज टेलिंग ओके, आई विल हैंड इट ओवर टू यू, बट ही प्रोवाइड विद द बिल्स and give me the tax clearance for this. They are not able to do it. Now it is within the custody of that third person, I should say. So this is actually when we are informal, we cannot take advantage of other things. So when we are formalized, so this under this scheme, this is designed to address these challenges which are faced by the micro enterprise, and at the same time they are being formalized under this. अगर वो नहीं है, इससे तो दोनों चीजें हो जाएंगी. 60-40 इसका भी स्टेट शेयर होगा. 1 district 1 प्रोडक्ट के बेसिस पे ये काम करेगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हमारा पुलवामा है, दैट स्पेशलाइज इन मिल्क, आई बिलीव, है ना. इसी तरीके से गांधरबल में फिश हो गया, श्रीनगर में बेकरी हो गया, है ना.
मिल्क सर शायद उन्होंने
बड़गाम को दे दिया, श्रीनगर में बेकरी दे दिया, यानी कि 1 district. But I believe different way. When this scheme has come to this place, and they have asked our inputs with respect to this. We are most of the times our own scientists are talking about diversification, है ना. But I am right from beginning. I and some of my seniors, they are advocating regional specialization of a region, or specialization of a region with respect to some product. For example, if we have a region and it is good for livestock, we cannot think of diversification. Let us specialize it with respect to livestock only. So same way, this they have started this way. If there is a cluster and that cluster is working on one product only, and this formalization will come to their rescue and help. So इसी तरीके से यहाँ पर भी 35%, this is credit linked. They can generate capital, but this is credit linked. Means they provide credit for that, then interest subvention is there. Means जैसे कि 3% वो काम करते हैं under Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund. Here was also that there was a period of moratorium for two years. He don't have to pay anything. ये भी जो भी business holders हैं, those are actually the, चाहे किसी भी country में देखोगे, यही लोग economy को चलाते हैं. ये मुलाजिम नहीं चलाता है, यही लोग चलाते हैं. Thank you very much.
Any questions?
If you have any query, any question, please ask me.
बताओ, पूछो
Yes, yes, please.
I will not be here tomorrow. This time is the time.
You said we should take risk, but every entrepreneur is risk averse initially. So regarding that, like you said, you cannot sit on his behalf on a shop. You cannot sell him. I mean, you cannot
Of course.
work on his behalf. But as an institutional intervention, are there any resources that might help an entrepreneur who is not from this field to diversify his knowledge or get some information
See,
out of
the first forum, I believe, this is the forum we had been sitting here for since 9 days. I believe that if I have given something negative in my mind, then nobody can sit on your shop to sell your product. That's true. But at the same time, there might be some of the resource person who might have really told you that I will come to your rescue. Okay. Now, if I am spending a time, in some particular job, I don't know at the end of the day or end of the hour how much I am getting out of this. This is again a risk taking. So nobody is risk averse. If he is stealing the time value of money, money value of time, then he is spending his time, and that really costs us much. Whether it is with respect to time or whether it is with respect to the resources, at first instance he has to take risk with respect to particularly time. क्योंकि कभी कभी क्या होता है ना, एक साल किसी का ज़ाया हो जाता है, फिर वो कहता है कि एक साल मैंने ये किया, कोई फ़ायदा नहीं आया. This is actually a risk, but at the same time it can be successful as well. तो वो तो launch हो जाएगा. But one cannot stop thinking that I will, अगर नुकसान हो गया तो I will not do it. One cannot stop doing things. So he has to face these fluctuations. So these fluctuations are the business trend.
Fluctuations obviously are business trends, but in order to mitigate those fluctuations,
there are so many insurance schemes are there. Like, see, if the animal husbandry infrastructure development fund is there, it has an interest subvention of 3%. Okay, now he has to build up the infrastructure. Now there is no subsidy within that component, but he can get subsidy within the Gokul mission.
So, like you said, finance is not an issue. Finance person can get it from anywhere.
Yes.
If he really is willing to, he can get it from anywhere.
There are how many schemes? There are series of the schemes. Only thing is that sometimes most of my colleagues they are feeling hesitant about how to prepare this DPR. I am telling you, if any of you need DPR, he can come to me.
That is the issue.
He can come.
The scarcity of information. That is the problem. Like,
so
if we are making a business model, you are not developing a business model just for a year or 2 years.
Yes, of course. It should be dynamic.
It should be dynamic. Yes. Highly dynamic. Exactly. So, in order to do that, we need information to develop a life cycle cost analysis of the product.
Of course.
Am I correct? So, what the problem here is, we're not getting the right amount of information. If you're talking about fodder, if we are going for alternative resources, like we are having scarce land availability, and as well as the forage production or where that goes, that's not also organized. So when we are going for alternatives such as hydroponics, and we are growing from 1 kg, we are growing say 7 kg or 6 kg. But at the same time, the dry matter is going down.
But
so economically, is it viable or not?
I will tell you. See, we cannot say you are with me. We are colleagues together. This is the input is given to me. मेरी जैसे कि हमारा business school है. If you will come anytime, at least we will tell you from zero to up to go how to go by this DPR formation. How you can say apply for this kind of loan. So this is our job. In same way, you can through this division, you can get connected with this director of extension, where there you will never feel any information deficit. They have so many products available there, like integrated farming system, for example, livestock is there. Then the dung which is coming out, that comes as a compost. Then it is integrated with the mushroom making. So when this is the whole chain has to be integrated. I don't think that a person can stop if he will do these resources, recycle safely. So only thing is that of course we have to get connected with the information system. That is our directorate of extension is there. Samiti is also there. They have different, although parallel components they are running, but they have a big resources available for trainings and all that. You can even there are say we are shortly we will be organizing same kind of program on financial prudence. Means if we are now a person is willing, he has got encouraged to I will take up my own business. Then he did finance. Then our another program is coming shortly. I believe we have delayed it for a few days. It is financial prudence for this small. So I will be sending that to Dr. Rafi. So he can communicate. If any of you will join us for that, it is 5 days program only. It is not that length. And it will be around either at this place, with KDKC Srinagar, Gandarbal, at this campus, or it may be in this fisheries.
So it's here only. You can join. That's for finance.
Finance. Earlier we had one program on the supply chain management. Another program is coming. You can join that out. है ना? तो मैं इनके हाथ वो लिस्ट भेज देता हूँ.
Actually, sir, some of the participants, including you were talking about, they are into the business already, in dairy business. So that's why they are so interested in taking this.
And like you said, you should make collaboration. So we also talk to them, make any collaboration because a resource and technological collaboration.
That is if a person is working in isolation, then he will never have bargaining power. But when they are coming together as a business unit, then of course they act as a business. So set of rules, set of bargaining, set of sale promotion, all that. They act as a business, and even people know that this is a business, this is a company, and they hesitate, but they are feeling so much hesitate while talking, dealing with that company. So वो तो है, वो आसिफ के साथ भी कल आया था ना, तो वो आसिफ को they have a mandate. Even our SKUAST, they have also, where is CDBO, we have a provision for our formulation of FP. And Dr. Rafi can take initiative for it, because it is he has a knowledge in this sector. Okay, thank you very much.
So, if there are no more questions, I thank our speaker of the day, Dr. S.H. Bala, for his elaborative and extensive talk on different institutional interventions needed for livestock upgradation as an enterprise. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.